Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family. I obviously recently uploaded a video talking about the signings I want to make to Paris Saint Germain in the upcoming summer transfer window. But I asked you guys, quoting the same tweet, what 5 players do you think Paris Saint Germain should sign? And in today's video, I shall react to your comments. The first one we got here from PSG NG1, I guess Neymar Jr. one maybe. Achlios, Jacket, Mura, Cherki, Santos. Honorable mention, Mustantuano, Gabriel Mek to come in 2 years. Achlios, obviously I talked about as well. Extreme talent in Monaco. Will be a great signing for Paris Saint-Germain. I don't know who Jacket is, so let's take a look who that is. Jacket. Who is Jacket? Okay. Maybe he's... Oh, it's this guy. Yeah. So he's like a young, promising centre back. Potentially could be able to play as a right back, playing for Stade de Rennes. I think this is his first professional season. Maybe he played at Clermont in the previous season. So he's like a talented young French centre back, right-footed as well. Exactly what we need. Good shout. Moura, obviously, I talked about extreme talent from Porto. Yeah, just a pure gem ahead for the future. Cherki, we've talked about him so much. Absolute baller. Will be a great signing. Agree with all of these. And Santos, obviously, he's talking about Santos from Strasbourg, the box-to-box midfielder. He's obviously on loan from Chelsea. Owned by Chelsea, playing for Strasbourg. He's having an incredible season. One of the best midfielders in the league this season. Potentially the best Ligue 1 midfielder outside of Paris Saint-Germain this season, honestly. That I can think of. Lyon don't have a better midfielder. Monaco don't have a better midfielder. Like a double pivot midfielder, like a D playing. Marseille, I don't think Højbjerg or Rabiot is better. Santos is a great box-to-box midfielder, technical. Has pretty much no weakness in his game, but isn't elite at anything. Great talent, Brazilian as well. And then his honorable mentions, Mustuantano. He's obviously from, I believe, River Plate. He's like a number 10. If I'm correct, Mustuantano. Yeah, so I believe he's a number 10, if I'm correct. Another, heavy talent from River Plate. Yeah, number 10 can play as a right winger as well. Great player. And Gabriel Mek, he's a Brazilian youngster. Another player that is touted by, being the next Neymar. Extreme talent. I think he's already linked with Chelsea and so on. But yeah, he looks to be an upcoming baller for the future, 100%. Let's see what we got more. Let me just make this smaller. All right, let's go back. Next up, I know one must buy, and he mentions Alexander Isak. Alexander Isak is one of the best strikers in the world this season, potentially even the best if you just look at ability. He hasn't had the platform. He's not playing in the toughest competition. He's playing in the Premier League. We're not seeing him in the Champions League and so on. And he was obviously in the Champions League last season, had a decent to good season, but probably this season would have been better as well. He would be a fantastic signing for Paris Saint-Germain. I have my doubts about Isak, just because he would be too much team alter-changing. Because he would need to be the focal point of this team. He's a striker. He's not a false nine. Even though he's technical, he's just not that kind of a player. I don't know about his versatility as well. But Isak would be a superb signing for Paris Saint-Germain. Basically, the next Ibra, the black Ibra. He'll be a great signing. Please add Isak to the list. Another one, Kusada here mentioned that we should get Isak. Incredible baller. Cannot deny Isak's talent and ability and how great he would be for Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, he would be, in contention with the Cavani's and Ibras as the best strikers that played for this club. For media, PSG Extra here, media PSG Extra. Huysen would be a great signing, right-footed, young, very talented. But he's probably going to go to Real Madrid. We had our opportunity to get him last year from Juventus. I remember I was reporting on it all the time, but it didn't happen. Maybe it was because he wanted to leave Juve, probably to get a starting role. PSG probably wouldn't be able to offer it, so he went to Bournemouth. Maybe he didn't want to come to PSG. Maybe we didn't offer Juventus too much money and Bournemouth offered more. I don't really know the exact same thing. A backup winger. Okay. I mean, he's not saying who, but I definitely agree we need a backup winger. Moscardo is a PSG player. He's just on loan. He will come back. Cambiaso, obviously the right back from Juventus, can invert as well, playing in the midfield. He will be insane. The only thing is we have Ashraf Hakimi, so there's no point in buying Cambiaso. I think he can also play left back, but there's absolutely no point in buying Cambiaso. He's too good to be a backup to Ashraf Hakimi and Nuno Mendes. And lastly but not least, Ryan Cherki. Yes, sir. Next up from Zay4337. Achlios, already talked about him. Would be a great signing for Paris Saint Germain. Morta kid from Sporting. Who is that? I thought I was gonna talk about Mora. Morta? Morita? Morita? What, this Japanese dude? How old is he? No, he's probably talking about Mora. Yeah, Mora would be a great signing for Paris Saint Germain. Araujo from Benfica, I definitely agree. I want him as the backup right centre back. Can play right back as well. Extremely talented, extremely technical. Would be perfect in the as a modern defender in the system that we play under Luis Enrique. He would be a great signing, man. I want him as well. Upa Van Dijk and or Konate. So basically, once Araujo is the backup, can also play right back backup, and then one of Opa, Van Dijk, Konate. And they're probably my three main candidates to take over from Marquinhos in the summer. Great names here. Next up from Raw French Fry 78, Cherki, Achlios, Mora, Opa, Thomas Araujo. Huge ball knowledge. Basically just the same as Zay here. I have Cherki, I have Achlios, I have Mora, I have Opa, I have Thomas Araujo. Absolutely stunning there. From Skeet Official, Koulibaly, Sanchez, Onana for depth, Chilwell, Hazard. We good. From Ibrahim Abdulrahim, Cherki. Let's go. Schlotterbeck. We've obviously seen the reports of Schlotterbeck. I don't really believe them. He's left-footed. We already have 3 left-footed centre-backs in the club. Even if we get rid of Lucas Hernandez, which could potentially happen in the summer, we already have Beraldo and Pacho, which I'm very happy with. Obviously, Schlotterbeck a level above Beraldo. Experience as well, playing in the Champions League consistently. I just think we should go for a right centre-back instead. Tonali would be a great shout. More good shout. Obviously, I remember when Leonardo wanted him back in the day when he was at Brescia before he went to AC Milan. He would be a great signing. But I don't know. For some reason, I'm not feeling Tonali, but he'll be a great. Any Omar Marmoush profile, so basically like a second striker that can play as a winger, very high pace, good goal scorer. Okay, agree. Cambiaso, as I've said, I think he's just too good to be a backup. Next up from Dreiro V. Achlios, yes sir. Dean Huysen, great shout, but obviously I think he's going to go to Madrid. And left back, yeah, I think we need a backup left back potentially. Pedri would be a sensational signing. I don't think it's realistic because I do absolutely not see Barca selling him if we don't bid anything stupid like 180 million or something. But he would be an amazing signing for this club. The thing with Pedri is, can you get the best out of Pedri and Vitinha at the same time? Because I think profilistically, especially this Pedri now on the flick, that he's playing so great, probably the best Pedri ever. Can you get the best out of him and Vitinha? Vitinha can obviously play higher up the pitch, better than what Pedri can play up the pitch. Like you can play Vitinha as an offensive 8, so you could potentially do that. I just don't see it happening. And another shout here about Alexander Isak. From PSG Edits here, Lukman Isaac. Lukman would be a fantastic signing. Obviously only has 1 year left on his contract in the summer. Can play left wing, centre forward. We wanted him in summer transfer window. He wanted to come to us as well. Gavi, as I mentioned in the video, will be a very good signing. He fits exactly the midfielder Luis Enrique wants. Luis Enrique has a great relationship with him. And he wouldn't be that hard to get from FC Barcelona. Upamecano, great shout. Cherki, great shout. Rodrigo Mora, great shout. Stiller. So this is Elmo. Shout out to you, Elmo. Stiller, obviously from Stuttgart. The thing with Stiller is, when I watched him against us, he wasn't that good. But obviously, Stuttgart weren't that good in that game. We were really good. He's technical. I've seen some small links to Stiller. If there weren't a Gavi potentially being available, I would potentially go for a Stiller. But I don't know. I don't know if he's talented and good enough for PSG. But he's a good player. Good talent as well. Cherki Konate. Yes, sir, Momo. From J. Cashier, Sanchez, Nkunku, Badiashile, Madueko, Pedro Neto. Top football players that plays in the English Premier League. From Alain Renner, Van Dijk, yes sir. The thing for me is, it's clear Van Dijk is, towards the end of his career. He's not performing as highly. Still one of the best centre backs in the world. Great captain, great leadership, good with the ball, good off the ball. Just has that pussy defending. I would take Van Dijk honestly, even though I prefer Upamecano, I believe. But yeah, Van Dijk would be a great shout. Cherky, Achlios, Thomas Araujo, and Dean Huijsen. You see a lot of the similar names. A lot of people have been saying Cherky. A lot of people have been saying Achlios. A lot of people have been saying Rodrigo Mora and Araujo as well. Mustafa here. Nico Schlotterbeck, backup for Hakimi. I definitely agree with the backup for Hakimi. Gavi, Cherky, get back Moscardo. 100% agree. UEFA's burner account. I think if y'all brought in someone like Gyökeres to complement all the creative players in the squad, also someone like Ta to be a Marquinhos replacement. He's a good rap for the defender who would complement Pacha's good playing a ball. Ta as a Marquinhos replacement? Look, I'm someone that is very critiqueful of Marquinhos for the past 3 seasons, including this season. But Jonathan Tah is a fucking downgrade. Why would I take Jonathan Tah to be Marquinhos? And the thing with Gyökeres, I think if we have Gyökeres in the same role as Gonçalo Ramos, basically being a backup striker, being used off the bench and starting low league games, yeah, I think he would do a better job than Gonçalo. But he's not going to start. And there's absolutely no point in splashing 80 million on a player like Gyökeres, in my opinion, because he's not going to start. He's not going to start. Waldion, I play from every planet except because they're running short of players time from the planet Earth with all the oil money. Europe, Pep Guardiola. Van de Ven replaced for Marquinhos. I think Van de Ven is a good centre back. I just don't think he'll be. I don't know. I probably need to watch Spurs more. I need to watch Van de Ven more. I just don't think, quality-wise, he would have to be a backup to like an Upamecano, or if we keep Marquinhos, I don't think he's at the level to start for PSG. Maybe. I don't know that much about him. He'd be a great option. He would be obviously very expensive, but I wouldn't sign him as a starter. Morgan Rogers, he's very good. You know, can play as a winger, attacking midfielder, basically like a do-it profile. He's actually good. But again, I don't like the Premier League market because he's very overpriced. Would cost a lot. Cherky, brilliant. Isak or Gyökeres, PSG needs a quality striker. Again, I don't understand this. PSG needs a quality striker. I think we could, obviously, quality in every single position would help. But this thing about striker, like, you guys have to understand, if you want to rate how great Paris Saint Germain play football because of the individuals and because of the system and tactics, Luis Enrique doesn't want a striker. Maybe he wants like a high quality but I think he loves the fluidity. If we saw what we saw in that first leg versus Liverpool, it was the creativeness and the versatility. One time you saw Kvara on the right, one time he was on the left, one time he was on the center. That's what makes us so good. If you're buying, especially an immobile player like Gyökeres, you're not going to have that versatility. Isak would still be good. Livakovic. Don't is good, but Livakovic is a better big game player. I like Livakovic a lot, but I mean, he's a Fenerbahce now. I wouldn't buy him to be a starter over Donnarumma. But I like Livakovic a lot, and it's very surprising he's still at Fenerbahce. Badia Schiele, Christopher Nkunku, Robert Sanchez, Axel. This is the third time, man. Chelsea fans are down bad, man. Prayers to you guys, man. Luis Diaz, Jota, Nunes, Robertson, and Tsimikas. Wow, just a few weeks ago, like, Diaz was... Okay, maybe just Diaz was said from Liverpool fans was better about Barcola and stuff. But no, I don't want anyone. Morata, profilistically, I understand it. But I think, he's towards the end of his career. He doesn't have that quality anymore. If this was like more of a younger Morata, potentially. Goalkeeper, Chevalier, Vicario. Okay, I understand this entire Donnarumma thing. What I've said, my opinion stays firm. I want to see until the end of the season and then make my opinion. But both of the great shots, probably the two best shots available. I also like the previous shout about Livakovic. Huijsen Upamecano, dub. Love the Upamecano prop. Olise's example, left-footed winger. Left-footed, okay. I don't know. I've never really thought about which foot they are using and so on. But definitely wingers, striker, Isak, Gyökeres. A lot of people, third time I've seen Gyökeres, like fifth, sixth time, Isak. So a lot of people want this number 9 thing. Osimhen, no. Lucha has rejected the idea of having Osimhen so many times. Hanko, obviously he's a Slovakian centre-back, I think for PSV. No, for Feyenoord, maybe his left club. No, just not PSG quality. A replacement, I'm hearing Jonathan Tah and Hanko's replacement for Marquinhos. Yes, we need to replace Marquinhos, but with like an Upamecano, with like a Van Dijk, with potentially a Konate, not Hanko and Tah. Okay, this is okay. I thought this was a comment. Well then, people, that's been it. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this video. A lot of great shouts in the comments. We saw Cherky a lot. We saw Isak a lot. We saw Upamecano. We saw Thomas Araujo. We saw Mora. We saw Achliosh. Um, we saw a lot of striker stuff like Isak Gyökeres. Some people also mentioned goalkeeper. Very interesting. If you want to be part of a future video like this, make sure to follow me on Twitter. And yeah, that's been it from Boy PSG. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this video. And let me know in the comments down below, once again, what players would you like to sign. That's been it from Boy PSG. And as usual, allez, 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 Paris.